All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. This is our Tippy Top Thursday training, lesson 21. So I thought it'd be really fun to bring Melinda on and interview her because she is a senior gold ambassador. She actually started working the business in January of this year, and she is planning to rank up to Ruby next month. And so I thought it'd be fun because all of us want to know when there's people doing the things and they're successful, we want to know what they're doing. I'm always wanting to ask questions like, okay, tell me what you're doing, because I want to learn, right? And we all want to know what the magic formula is or what that system is that's working for someone, right? So she and her team have added 22 ambassadors so far this month, woohoo! And 4 people have gone silver so far and more in the wings. So she's also the first to earn the Momentum Makers incentive that we have for July. So that's super fun, which is adding 3 level 1s and helping 1 person go silver. And she's going for double Momentum Makers. So Melinda is going to share with us real quick, and she's going to talk about her mindset shift, what happened last month, and how that has propelled her into this month simply by changing her mindset. So Melinda, I'm going to let you share.
All right. Hi, guys. Yes. Okay. So my mindset last month, I was kind of getting to the point where I was focusing so much on the business side that I had kind of shifted what I was thinking about from helping people to running the business, making money, etc. And so this month I kind of just stepped back and I was like, I don't like the feeling of that mindset because it just kind of sometimes lets negative things creep in, and I don't like that. I don't like negativity. I try to keep that out as much as possible. And so I wanted to focus back to helping people. And so one of my main focuses this month for mindset is just help people. Whether I'm helping my team or I'm helping people get started, I'm helping them feel better and have a better quality of life. And that's what it's about. So I changed my mindset to just help people and then to also pray for my team. So I have, since the beginning, I've prayed for God to bring people to me that need the products. But I haven't so much been praying for my team or maybe even what my team will be. And so I started praying for my team. And we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but I actually wrote their names down so that I could be intentional about specifically praying for each one of them. So that was kind of my shift in my mindset. I also just want to say that I feel like mindset-wise, for the first time in my life, and this just really hit me this month, I feel like I can be the person that I was created to be. I can be fully myself. I can be outgoing. I can let my light shine wherever I go. And there's no limit to that. There's no limit in this business to what I can do. I've always helped people in whatever profession I'm doing. I worked at a nursing home. I'm a teacher. But there are always limitations, and it's always hard to get resources. And here we have every resource that we need. And the sky's the limit. Like literally, I know people say that the sky's the limit. No, it literally is. The sky is the limit for you in this business. It's just about whether you're going to do the things or not. And so I've really enjoyed feeling like I can actually be the person that I'm supposed to be and be that influential person and lead people the way that I want to. So that's kind of been my mindset shift.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, because I know that will resonate with so many people. This business is 90% mindset. It's so true. And you see it played out because when we allow negativity to creep in or complaining, like those things really affect this business and our ability to help people and pour into other people and add value to them. So that's so key. So always be working on your mindset. What are you listening to? What are you reading? Those are big things. So can you share with us practically, because I love practical things, share with us practically what you are doing, like what's working this month? What are you doing differently this month than you did last month?
Okay, so I have wanted to paint a chalkboard in my kitchen for a very long time so that I could actually write scripture on it so that I would see it every day. So this month I wrote on the chalkboard, well, right after I got it painted, actually it was maybe 2 months ago, I wrote that I was going to be Emerald by December on the bottom of it and Hawaii in July. Well, it turns out the Hawaii trip's not until September, and I thought it was July. And then my son Kai thought we were going to Hawaii this July, so we had to have a conversation about that. But so this month I wrote on there Ruby in August, and then I talked to Megan, and I know that I knew I had to have 30 new enrollments at a minimum for me to go to Ruby in August. And so I literally wrote 30. So 1 to 30 on there. I also wrote help others, help people, and pray for my team. So I'm going to run inside actually real quick so I can show you guys this. But I put that up there so that I would see it every day. I'm in my kitchen all the time. It's like the place that I spend the most time. I don't know about you guys. I'm always cooking or whatever. And so I see it all the time. So I wrote these things up here, and then I wrote all of my team members' names up here as well. And I wonder if I can switch this thing around here. Hope I sure can. There it is. Okay, so here it is. And I've kind of just added some things to it as we went as well. I put Psalms down there at the bottom because we're in Psalms at church, and so I've been reading through Psalms. And then I also put silver stars up there because that's a goal for me this month. So I wrote that up there this morning, actually. Megan's like, you can totally do it. Just, yeah, put it on your board. So you can see my team members' names up there, help people, pray for them. And then every time we add a new ambassador, I mark off a number and I put it in my team thread. And so you'll see up here, like, Allison right here, she went silver. And so I'm writing their names and just blowing it up with the chalk for each person that went silver. And so I'm going to just keep doing that. I can tell you that this has completely changed. Yep, grab a drink of water. It's just completely changed my thought process and just feeling more organized. And I see that and I'm like, okay, I can pray for Amy right now. I can pray for Abby right now, and just being intentional about that, but also seeing our progress. For me, I mean, my team's seeing it in the thread, but I'm seeing it, and it's just so motivating and just keeps me focused. So it's been, guys, it's been 100% game changer. So go buy yourself some chalkboard paint at Walmart for $10 and paint yourself a chalkboard.
That's awesome. So I like how you made your goals visible, but also how you shared them with your team, because teamwork is what makes this thing work. We can work by ourselves all we want, but we're only going to get so far, because the team is where that exponential impact happens, because we get to affect more people's lives, right? And so can you share a little bit how you even presented this idea to your team? Like, do you have a team page or chat thread? Like, how do you do that?
Yep, we just have a chat thread. I don't have a team page. And I recorded a video, and then I uploaded the video into my thread. And I just told them, hey guys, this is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to keep what my goals are from them, because I expect them to share their goals with me. So I just laid it out. I said, here it is. It's 100% doable. In fact, we can more than exceed it. I reminded them that just a few months ago, basically I had a team of myself and 2 other gals, and we enrolled 27. And so I'm like, guys, we have so many more now. There's no reason that we can't just blow this out of the water. And I reminded them, like, your teams are going to be growing too, and it's going to be so much fun. There are so many incentives going on this month. I just pumped them up, honestly. And I was just myself. Like, that's my mindset, and that's how I think. And we're going to do it. Like, there is no question. We're going to do it. But we're going to have fun while we do it, and we're going to grow our teams and grow our businesses. So I did a 3-minute video and uploaded it there.
Awesome. Yes. And so you're connecting with your team, you're sharing your goals. And you know what? A lot of people love to help. Like, they would work harder to help you hit your goals than they will for even their own goals. But when they're helping you, they're helping themselves too, because their teams are growing. So it's like this mutual beneficial relationship here. And the other thing that I like to encourage people with, in light of getting that number, like just to get a ballpark number for your team goal for the month, is add up how many people are sharing and multiply that by 3. Because that gives you, because 3 is like the power of 3 is it's very significant. And anyone that's working this or sharing consistently, that's a good baseline number. I mean, some people add way more than that, and that's fine. But having 3 is a very, very good number. And so just giving your team the ballpark, like, we can all add 3 this month, right? So let's multiply, however many people there are working times 3, and that can be our goal. And if you realize you're going to hit that goal very soon, like you said, you're going to have to up that lid and add, make the goal higher, set the goal higher. So I love that.
I think too, I just want to add real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think that for some people, it's just really fun to be a part of a team. It's almost like a family, just like we are on one team. But it's like a, you know, you're a small tight knit unit, and they do. I mean, there are people that have stepped up and really, I mean, they've started working, and I think it is 100% because of that team thread and what we're doing this month with the chalkboard. It's just like a simple thing, but they want to work. They want to work for the team, not just for themselves. And it's almost accountability. Like, they want to be able to post in there, hey, I got another one. Yesterday was insane for us. I mean, there were so many posts in there. Hey, I got another one. Hey, I just signed 2. Hey, I got another one. I got 3 that I'm talking to. It was just awesome, and we all supported one another. So it's fun, guys.
That's wonderful. So you're creating culture. That's what you're doing. You're creating culture. You're creating an atmosphere of encouragement and enthusiasm. You're celebrating the wins. That is huge. So do you have all of the people on your team in that thread, or only the people working with you?
Only the people that are working are in that thread. Okay. However, I think I'm going to start adding my new people in there and just say, listen, this is my team thread. You can just see what we do, and leave it as simple as that, because I think it's important to kind of see. It's kind of giving them a picture of what we do without saying, hey, this is what we do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So can you share a little bit about what you're doing to help people go silver? A little bit about silvers, because you've gotten several to silver this month already.
Yes. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about Brooke's call from today, because it's kind of shifted my call there. Are we still connected?
Yep, we're still good.
Okay. So I haven't gotten clear through the video, but let me just tell you that what I did get through was amazing. And she presented it as finding an accountability partner, and just leaving it as simple as that. Like, hey, I know you're going to get started here on this health journey. Do you have somebody really close to you that might want to join in and be an accountability partner for you? You know, just like an exercise accountability partner. We do better when we have somebody that we can talk with about it. So I think that is going to be kind of my new avenue, instead of saying, hey, you want to get the cost of your products covered? Because I feel like sometimes that can be a little overwhelming for people. And so I think I'll go that route. But as far as my people that are going silver this month, I try to keep it as simple as possible. Mm-hmm. We can throw all the training in the world at them, but if it's not us helping them, it doesn't matter, because that just makes them feel overwhelmed. So I simply just show them how I do things. I will just talk them through the questions that I ask. And so I say, hey, when I'm talking with somebody and I've started a conversation about the products, the first thing I ask them is, what are your health goals and or symptoms? And I actually give them examples of what my health goals and symptoms were, because sometimes they don't know what you're asking for really. And at the time, honestly, when I started, I didn't have health goals. Like, I was just trying to survive and take care of my new baby and my 2 boys, you know? So I give them an example. They respond back, and I say, well, I have this informational group on Facebook. I would love to tag you in some posts on there. And then I'll share one of my favorite videos. So I give them multiple avenues to get information, because some people, they don't want to go read a post. They'd rather watch a video. And I'm a very visual person, so I like videos. Other people, they want all the information, and they'll ask you for more information if they're that type of person. So it's really as simple as that. And then the follow-up, I preach to them the follow-up and give them examples of, hey, this is how you can follow up. It doesn't have to be, hey, have you looked at that information yet? Just give them verbiage examples. So I keep it as simple as possible.
So what is your sample verbiage for following up?
Let's see. Normally I'll just hop on there and say, hey, did you get a chance to watch that video? Or what did you think of the video? A lot of times I'll word it like that. Instead of, hey, did you get a chance? I'll say, what did you think of the video? Or just restart the conversation. It kind of just depends on what we had been chatting about. If I give them a sample, I'll just hop on and say, hey, did you get to try your pink drink? Or what did you think of your pink drink? You know, I think it's just starting that conversation again with a question, so that they hopefully will respond. And then you just, you know, you have to get the conversation going again, because people just get busy. And I get it. Like, that's just what happens. So usually I'll just ask a question.
Yes. I love that. Yeah. So super simple. This has to be simple, right?
Yes.
And so, do you help your people make a first post? Did I ask that already? Can't remember.
I don't think you have yet. Yes, I do. And I really, again, I try to keep it as simple as possible. Hey, just take a picture of you drinking your pink drink and say that you're starting this journey. I'll send them that graphic. Sometimes I'll even type it out for them and say, just take a picture of you drinking your pink drink and copy and paste this over and make your first post. Because that first post can be really scary for people. Sorry, I got a bug here. You know, and so I think just giving them the tools that they need. And I'm actually learning now that for some people, I'm going to have to write out their posts for them and give them to them. And they're willing to put it up on their wall. They're just apprehensive because they feel like they have to write it themselves and they haven't quite figured that out yet. That's one other thing that I do is I give them people to go follow and explain to them, copy, paste it, make it your own. And that's totally fine to do. Everybody does that. But yeah, I think one thing that Brooke said back to the video she was talking about today is that there are people that you will literally have to write the post for them. And that's okay. Because who knows what's going to happen once they make those first few posts and they realize how easy it is and they have people just flocking to their page. If that happens, you know, and commenting on their stuff, it kind of just gets them over that hurdle of the initial scariness. Okay, so yesterday, I have to say this real fast. I had my first conversation with a complete stranger about Plexus yesterday. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't scary. In fact, I probably made a new friend, and we're going to have a play date here in a couple weeks. Her boys played with my kids, and they just had a great time. And it turned out her husband is deployed, and I'm like, you know what? God just brings people together. Like, she needs a friend. She needs somebody to talk to. And here we are. And I talked to her about Plexus because I had to put an order in for somebody because the special was about to end. And so it was easier than I thought. And now I'm like confident about it. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I can do that. It's not that scary. So getting them over that initial hump of the scariness of that first post, and then they've got it, and it's like, okay, now I can do this.
Exactly. Didn't you say something about, you had just kind of casually mentioned that you were a teacher, but you also have a side business?
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking. She was actually a teacher too, and so that's why she's off on the summer. And so we were just chatting back and forth about that. But I said, but I also do this side business, and I'm sorry that I have to be on my phone right now because I don't like doing that. But my team's blowing up my chat thread, and I've got to answer some questions. And so it kind of just lent itself to having the conversation. And I feel fully confident that she will ask me about it. I'm sure that she will the next time that we're together. And that's great. And if not, then that's cool too. And I made a friend.
Exactly. Love that. So to wrap it up, do you have a couple of top tips that you want to share just from your perspective and your experience so far?
Yes. So consistency, I think, is super, super important. You have to post every day. And like we always say, post your personal life, post something inspirational, and post something Plexus. I think that is just so important. There's so many people that are watching that you don't even realize. Like, I'll have some people on my team come to me and say, well, I didn't get a whole lot of interaction on this post. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. People are seeing it. They are seeing it. And that's the same for starting conversations with people that you've never talked to. Sending out those messages, they're watching your posts now. I had 2 people yesterday, literally 2 people, when it came right down to the wire, contact me who I have never talked to about Plexus, who saw my post. They've been watching my posts on Facebook, and they signed up yesterday. Like, you don't understand the power of those posts. So don't ever feel like, gosh, nobody's looking. Yes, they are. Yes. So be consistent in that. And then no negativity. Like, the second negativity starts to creep in, you just have to squash it and you get back to work, because that will completely sabotage you. And like on your teams, you just have a culture of positivity. Like, we don't complain about things. We don't make excuses. We just do it. And so, anytime anything kind of happens in the thread, if somebody starts to maybe say something a little bit negative, I come right back with something positive, and I just do it that way. And then Facebook interaction is just so important. I'm trying to work on the Instagram side, but I'm telling you what, you have got to interact with people on Facebook. I think it is so important. So if you're like, gosh, I have 5 minutes here, I'm gonna go interact with new people on Facebook, so they're seeing your posts. I mean, that is just huge, because people post, the same people are seeing it over and over again. So you have to interact with new people.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're just not going to see it. It's so important.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, well, this kind of wraps up our Tippy Top Thursday training, guys. Thanks for tuning in and listening. So just to wrap it up really quick, remember, consistency compounds and consistency builds credibility. Those are 2 things that I've been thinking about recently. And there's the urgency of do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. These things are as easy to do as to not do. That's always what Brooke Hemingway says, and it's so, so true. And so we're cheering you on. I know that July is going to be a huge month, and we're just going to wrap up this video. So Melinda, thanks so much for being on, and thanks for sharing your heart with us.
Yep, thank you.
All right, bye.